Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torpy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torpy.
I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I will be doing the readings today.
And I'm Barbara Hine. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I thought we'd save the best for last. I'm Reverend Kathy Mastriani. I'm your producer for the day, and
Okay. I'm sorry. And I'm Barbara Heinzelman. I'm playing the guitar and I'm singing.
And I'm Salo Stanley, and I do percussion.
the best for the first and last, should I say? Oh,
bless you.
we're all good.
So let's get started with the invocation. Close your eyes and join me in that sacred place that dwells within the Spirit of the living God, the perfection of all creation, right here, right now, as each and every one of us. The invisible made visible, the possibilities in this moment are infinite. So we bring it into the motion of this service, knowing that the service unfolds in all its glory and splendor, and everybody receives exactly what they came here to receive. And I know that this service blesses this neighborhood, blesses the planet, as we see the light spread all over the planet, touching those places that need to be touched. So I give thanks, eternal gratitude for knowing this truth, for the truth that sets us free, for each and every person joining us today. I'm so grateful, so very grateful. And in the sense of absolute gratitude, I now release, let go, and I allow it to be. And together we say, and so it is.
So it is.
So our special music is very special because it's our friends, Barb and Salvo.
Oh, thank you. We're just, in this week of Thanksgiving, we are just so grateful for you and Valerie and your center in North Metro. You are a huge blessing to us. So thank you.
Thank you.
And with this, we've got the praising prayer by Karen Drucker. So here, feel free to join us. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name of love. I praise my world, I raise my world in the name of love. I praise my world, I raise my world in the name of love. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. I praise my neighbor, I raise my neighbor in the name of love. I praise my family, I raise my family in the name of love. I praise my family, I raise my family in the name of love. I praise my friends, I raise my friends in the name of love. I praise my friends, I raise my friends in the name of love. I praise the children, I raise the children in the name of love. I praise the children, I raise the children in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise myself, I raise myself in the name of love. I praise my life, I raise my life in the name raise my life, I raise my life in the name of love.
Whoa, thank you so much. You are welcome. Thank you.
Okay, that was wonderful. We're going to get started with some business, and then we'll get back to them.
The purpose of the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro is to be a spiritual community, to be supportive to all those who are seeking support, to practice and live unconditional love, to be non-judgmental and forgiving, to embrace oneness, to join all others who want to co-create a world that works for everyone, all cultures, all races, all sexual orientations, all life.
So it is.
And so it is. So you can like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list. You can request prayers and we'll pray on it all week. Today's title is If It's Your Only Prayer. Right. And you've already met our fabulous guest artist for the week, Barb Heinzelman and Salo Stanley. And today's reading is from The Master Speaks by Joel S. Goldsmith. I think we're ready for the affirmations. Are we not?
Yes, there's Dr.
Yes, we
Ramsey.
are.
All right.
Hello, everyone. The affirmations for the week of November 19th, 2023, written by Stephen Anthony. Please repeat after me. My spirit is uplifted in the frequency of oneness.
My spirit is uplifted in the frequency of oneness.
Everything I need to manifest greatness is within me now.
Everything I need to manifest greatness is within me now.
now.
Through stillness and a quiet opening, my divine oneness is revealed.
Through stillness and a quiet opening, my divine oneness is revealed.
My life is a magnet for limitless good and blessings.
My life is a magnet for limitless good and blessing.
Every day brings me closer to my natural state of enlightened living.
Every day brings me closer to my natural state of enlightened living.
I am on the planet at this time to express love and harmony.
I am on the planet at this time to express love and harmony.
And together we say,
And so it is.
as Valerie mentioned and showed you the book, the reading today is The Master Speaks by Joel S. Goldsmith. On every page of my writings, you will find this principle. Consciousness, or God, is the actual substance of that which appears as form. It has always been known that God is the substance of all that appears. It has always been known that God is the source of all supply. Then, wherein does this teaching differ from other teachings? In part, in this. God is your consciousness. Instead of something out there or up there, this is the very core of the infinite way message. Its most important revelation is that God is not something afar off, but that God is your very consciousness. When you have comprehended that, you have found the secret of life. From then on, everything unfolds, discloses, and reveals itself. Your own consciousness appears as yourself, as your joy, prosperity and success as your happiness, home and all your relationships, social, financial, commercial. When you know the nature of God, the nature of omnipresence, when you know God to be divine consciousness, individual consciousness, your consciousness and mine, you have really grasped all that the Master asks of us when he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and God's righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Find out what God is and where God is. Find out the nature of God. This is your whole duty in life. You have nothing else to do. And together we say, and so it is.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So we have some more music.
Yay.
So welcome back, Salo and Barb.
Hi.
Yay.
Yay. Having so much fun so far. The next song we're going to sing is All Is Well. It's from our last CD, It Is Already Done. And conscience of unity on its way, coming on angel wings, on beautiful rays. No more duality, no hardened schemes, no shattered hearts, no broken dreams. All is well. Love is all there is. When love is all there is, we soften our shell. Our vision is clearer now, and know all is well. No more duality, no hardened schemes, no shattered hearts, no broken dreams. All is well. Love is all we see. Only an angel's touch will heal our souls. And when we're open, the parts become whole. Only one mind, and we are all wise. Hearts are expanding, our dreams take flight. All is well. Love is all we see. When we arise to the portal of light, we begin to vision an angel's sight. Only one mind, and we are all wise. Hearts are expanding, our dreams take flight. All is well. Love is all we see. Only one mind, and we are all wise. Hearts are expanding, our dreams take flight. All is well. Love is all we see.
So beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for letting us share.
We're so blessed to have you. We have some new people in our home right now, and we welcome them and thank you for being here. I just wanted to mention that we're a unique congregation because so much of our people are from all over the country and the world. We have our special music today. These two individuals live in Springfield, Illinois, and they were with us before the pandemic, and we're thankful that we can continue having them do our special music. So I'm thankful for that.
Well, also, our regular producer is, I think they're in Mexico this week. And so our friend, Reverend Kathy Mastriani, has stepped in to produce for us today. And so we're just really, really grateful for that as well. So we couldn't do it alone.
That's for sure. So I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I know it's a little early, but it's still a good time to say thank you for everything.
Yes.
I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful for this spiritual center that we get to do this work. I'm thankful for the founders and all the people that we stand on the shoulders that came before us and spread this teaching. I'm thankful for my life, for my lovely wife's life, for the life of all those that are here today and all those that are watching us all everywhere. I'm just thankful.
And now and later, because a lot of people watch us later.
That's true.
Yeah.
So being in the sense of Thanksgiving is not a one-shot thing. It's a daily thing, because Thanksgiving, according to Meister Eckhart, he says, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it will be enough. And that's so true, because when you say thank you, something shifts within you. It's a energy changer, because thank you is, those two words are probably the most powerful two words you can say. And it brings home the idea that everything in your life is worth giving thanks for. Everything. The happy times, the not so happy times, the things that have challenged you, the things that have inspired you. It's all worth our thanks, because again, saying thank you brings forth an energy that transmutes whatever's going on in your life. It's that powerful. And to the sense that you come from a deep place with your thank you, that brings more power, more joy that you get to share with everybody in your life. So I see saying thank you as a form of alchemy. It shifts wherever you are before you say thank you into another realm, a whole realm of understanding, of clarity, of power. Because for me, saying thank you is an energy shifter. Alchemy, in a spiritual sense, changes the lead thoughts, the thoughts that bring you down, those heavy thoughts, and it shifts the lead into gold, the golden joy of living, the golden life-changing atmosphere that as you walk through this land, as you talk to people, you are that place of shifting energy just by saying thank you. Now, that may be hard to understand if you're new to this teaching, but if you practice it, you'll find it's true. every time. I have 3 out of many ways of being an alchemist and using using spiritual ideas to shift something in your life. For instance, I got 3 that I came up with, and there's a lot more. But for me, the first one that shifted things in my life is to be as a child. Get back to the purity of who you are. Let the childness come out and play and understand things in an open way. Be like the child that's always thirsting for more knowledge, for more understanding, for answers to their whys, their endless whys. Why is this? Why is that? But that's the childlike part that still lives and dwells within us, and we can practice it. We discover that we start becoming peace where there's turmoil. We become we move into beyond emotions. We move into beyond anything that bogs us down, that tries to keep us from living our perfect life. The next form of alchemy is living a life of unconditional love, being in the grace of thanksgiving, and knowing that just through your thanksgiving, your life becomes a light, a brilliant light. We can move beyond wherever we are in any given moment by just saying thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for your love, for your understanding. I'm so grateful for all those who are in my life, those who touch me in a deep way, those who challenge me in a deep way. I'm so thankful to be alive. Thanksgiving is the alchemy of all our thoughts, whether we're in pain or whether we're in ecstasy. Giving thanks for both is the alchemy, the change that we get to experience in every area of our life. So the last the last is don't be what other people want you to be. I see the idea of becoming someone who other people want you to be as like a lead balloon. You're trying to send it to its freedom.
I think I spent most of my life that way, trying to be what everybody else wanted me to be.
I want to get you. Didn't get you anywhere.
Well, eventually I met you.
Yeah. Where was I?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, it's all right. Oh, don't be what other people want you to be. That's a mistake that can, if you hang on to it long enough, can start multiplying, and you find yourself in this whirlwind of trying to please everybody, trying to live a life that is not yours.
It doesn't work very well.
No, it doesn't work very well, because the purity of who you are is the grace of God. And that is something that we I don't want to say should, we can open up to and discover a vast universe that lives within us, a vast, loving, creative place that can't be taken from us. It is a gift from God. You are a gift from God. As I look and see these three individuals out here listening to us today, participating with us today, I see three glorious emanations of the Most High. Three individuals who, when I look in their eyes, I see the presence of God, and it brings this joy and thanksgiving into my consciousness. And that's the way we spread the good. That's the way we spread the word. And the word is love. The word is peace. The word is creativity. The word is joy. And we get to live it. We get to experience it. We get to be it and create it all around us. And that is the possibility that exists with each and every one of us. We are the change we want to see. We are the apple that the student gives to us. So when I think of all the things that have happened in my life and has brought me to this point in time, it kind of reminds me of blowing glass. Now, if you think of each grain of sand as an experience you've had in your life, and each grain of sand doesn't judge itself as good or bad, it just is, then we liquefy those grains of sand by blessing all the things that have happened in my life, blessing those things that may have really been painful, and blessing those things that have enlightened your being and blessed you with joy and abundance and prosperity. So when you liquefy it, it kind of all meshes together, like when you do the glass and then you blow this beautiful you into who you are now, and there's all these different colors, and you're this beautiful vase that people can admire and you can cherish. So be that form of change, be that inspiration to the world, and the world will seem like this beautiful Eden where everything is in perfect order. There's another story I want to tell that's in regards to how we look at ourselves, how we see ourselves, how we don't want to be what other people want us to be. And it's a story about a master teacher and her student. So they're walking on their way to this place where they meditate all the time. And it's a beautiful day, and they're just enjoying this sunshine and enjoying each other's presence. And they come before this lake, beautiful lake, trees all around it. And it's a place where they've meditated many times. So the master teacher says, "Look at those fish jumping. Look at them splashing the water. Aren't they happy?" And the student says, "Master, you're not a fish. How do you know this?" And then the master says, "You're not me. How do you know me?" And the whole energy changes, because the student realizes that the possibility that this master teacher can know fish, know trees, know itself as all of life on the planet, that's the same opportunity we get to live and experience. I remember once when I was, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years old, and my stepfather took me out fishing. Now, I really didn't want to do it because there was nothing about fishing that was exciting to me. So we went out and I caught a fish, and I was to take the hook out of its mouth, and I couldn't do it because I could feel it flinch, and its energy would just kind of stiffen up. And my stepfather says, "Just take the hook out. They don't feel anything. The fish don't have nerves. They can't feel things." And I thought, well, I'm getting that it feels something. And that's my truth. And so when you step into being yourself, then it doesn't make any difference whether that fish couldn't feel it or not feel it. I felt it. And whether I projected its pain onto my brain or not, it makes no difference, because what I believe to be true is my truth. And I never fished again. As a matter of fact, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't have to even eat them. I'm going to give you one more fish story, and then I'll shut up. I was hiking in Sedona, and I was looking for the vortexes. And there was this one vortex that I climbed. I was following this stream all the way up. I didn't get to the end of it, so I don't know where it ended. But I stopped for lunch, because I brought a little sack lunch, and I looked at the stream that I was following, and I saw this rock in the middle of the stream, and the stream, and it looked like it was a perfect place to sit in the middle of the stream and let the water flush by me as I ate my sandwich. And as I did this, I could feel these fish. Well, no, first I ate my lunch, then I meditated. I started meditating, and I could feel these fish, like their lips touching my legs and touching me all over the place. And it was so profound. It was like they were picking up on my meditative energy. And I just felt so connected to the fish. And I remembered everybody, when I first started becoming a vegetarian, everybody saying, you got to eat something, eat fish, because you need the protein. And it's like, I don't need to eat fish. I don't need to eat any of those living creatures. And for me, that was a boost in my beliefs. That these
Confirmation.
Yeah, that's it. And again, that's my experience. And each one of us are put here to follow our own path and discover what it is that's yours. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
So I'm going to start with a quote by Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, who was the spiritual leader of Centers for Spiritual Living for quite a long time, and somebody that I still really admire. And he wrote this in the Science of Mind magazine, in the daily things a while ago. He says, my spiritual teacher used to say, you cannot be grateful and unhappy at the same time. What I have found is that I cannot be grateful and poor at the same time. I cannot be grateful and sick at the same time. I cannot be grateful and unfulfilled at the same time. I cannot be grateful and unloved at the same time. There is always more to be grateful for than not. There is more abundance, opportunity, and love than not. And I think just remembering that, like when I'm thinking of all the things I have to do today and thinking I'm not going to get them all done, and then I go into a mind thing over that. For me, the biggest challenge is getting out of the head and into the heart. Because this person lives from his heart all of the time, but I spend a really lot of time in my head, and a lot of that has to do with what I do, which is numbers and things like that. And it's a journey both ways. I mean, we need to use the head, but we also need to use the heart as well. And so I was thinking about all the things I'm grateful for, and sometimes we end up being grateful for things that at the time seemed like they were probably like the worst thing in the world that could happen. Although I can remember I started in banking when I was probably 19 or 20, and wasn't really intentional. I needed a job and they hired me. And so then I progressed until I was vice president of the bank. And I'm sitting there in that corner glass office with the mahogany desk, realizing, it's quite a long way I've come and I've done pretty well. And I'm not so sure this is what I'm supposed to be doing anymore. I'm not feeling like I'm expressing the way I'm supposed to be expressing anymore. And I was still having challenges with, but it was really hard to get here. It took me a really long time, and I've worked really hard, and I've worked many, many, many hours a week to get here. And I think that's probably when my spiritual journey really, really started, when I realized, wow, I've been doing all these things that we're told to do. You get this job and you do this thing and you get promoted and you work harder and you get promoted and you do this thing. And maybe that's not what I'm here to be doing. Well, so while I was still deciding that, Spirit came along and they eliminated my job. It's like, I wasn't even surprised because, and well, I had a hint before that because the bank I worked for, I think we got purchased. In Colorado, we used to have individual banks and not branches. And at the time when branch banking got approved in Colorado, all of the little banks just kept getting munched up and munched up and munched up. And so we were bought and sold many different times. And so this last time for me, I don't think their name is even the same, maybe 2 or 3 times now, more. But we had bank officers had to go through psychological testing. And so the people are talking to me afterwards and they're like, we're really surprised. Your intuition is so high and yet you're not using it. You're just using your logic. And we're really surprised with the intuition that you had, that you've stayed in this job so long. So after having heard that and then going through the things I'm going through, I just wasn't even really surprised when they eliminated my job. It was kind of like, okay, Spirit, I'll figure it out. But I kind of forgot where I was going with that. I think when we listen, and even when we don't, Spirit has a way of saying, okay, you learned your thing from this thing. Now here's the next thing you're supposed to do. And it was quite by accident that I ended up at the center that Michael was the minister of, right when obviously I was supposed to meet him. I had met the person that introduced us a year before. And Spirit said, ask her for her card. Okay. And then, so it's in my purse or in my pocket or wherever I put it. And like a year goes by and Spirit said, you should call her now. Okay. So I did. And she came over and I had coffee and she had tea. And she said they were putting on this
Workshop.
Right. What was the guy's name?
Was
an Indian guru from Australia.
Yeah.
And so I got there at the center, and his flight had been canceled by United, and so the people that were putting it on said, "Well, we'll give you a ticket to the concert he's doing tomorrow night." So the concert was at a winery. So I'm thinking, well, it's a concert, and so I dress up in my heels about this high and my slinky black dress, and I get there, and it's a winery, but we're sitting in the grass. Oh dear. So I found the friend that invited me, and she introduced me to Reverend Michael, and he said, "Well, you should come to church." And I said, "Well, I went to that church a while ago." And then I left, and he's like, "Oh, but you should come now because it's really different now." So I did.
Totally hitting on her.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that for a long time, but I have the same experience that you talk about when you went to Agape. I always sit in the front row. I started sitting in the front row in class because it made sure I paid attention, but also made sure, especially when I got to college and had big classes, that the teacher knew me. So sat in the front row. I sat there and bawled. And then the next week I sat there and bawled. And then, everything unfolded and I ended up volunteering there and working there. And
Rest is history.
it is. But I also, and then I'm looking at our time, I hadn't trusted my intuition as much. Like they said I had a vision that Reverend Cynthia James and Reverend Michael Torphy and I were all standing on the platform in that church, and I couldn't imagine what in the world we would be doing there. It was before, we were just barely getting to know each other when I had that vision. And then 3 years later, when he proposed, he's like, well, who do you think should do our ceremony? And I'm like, I've known for 3 years. Reverend Cynthia has to do it because we have to be standing on that platform together.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm trying to say is when we start living from that place we're grateful for, that place where Spirit's guiding us, that place where we let the intuition tell us what to do instead of the head, like I had been taught to do, when we stop doing the things that society says, okay, do this next, do this next, do this next, that then we really begin to unfold and become who we came here to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I also want to read this one quote from The Science of Mind too, because it's really meaningful to me. Prayer does something to the mind of the one praying. It does not do anything to God. The eternal gift is always made. Jesus taught we are surrounded by an intelligent law, which does unto us each what we believe. And so I think the whole change our thinking, change our lives, what sounds kind of trite sometimes, that's really how it works.
Mm-hmm.
We begin to live from our hearts and not just from our thoughts. We begin to follow the intuition that comes as opposed to the things that we're taught that we're supposed to do, and not do this now and do this now and then go to college and then get a job and then do this. And so as we just really allow that which each of us came here to be, that which each of us came here to do, that which we are guided here. I know each one of us has a thing or a lot of things that we're here for, and to just allow ourselves to be led into that as opposed to doing that thing that the outside world tells us.
Trying to control it.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving, because I know we'll be with family, and that's a blessing to have family, to have friends. And I just know that living in the atmosphere of thankfulness, you'll be guided and supported and uplifted by your own being, by that Christ that dwells within each and every one of us. And each one of our paths are so sacred, so divine. So I give thanks. Give thanks for all who have joined us today, knowing the truth that sets us free, that we are eternally one with the one power and the one presence. And that's a good thing, forever, forever and evermore. So if you would, close your eyes as we move into that sacred place of the Most High that dwells within each one of us. I recognize the presence of God in and as my life, as I do for each and every person that is in this room, for each and every person that is getting the sound of my voice, for each and every person who I don't know and who I know, that right where each one of us is the presence of God. And it's all its glory, all its perfection. And that presence is the truth of our being. And so in recognizing this, I open myself up for this word to pass through me, to declare the truth upon its own law, that we are one. And as I move through this next week, every individual I see the glory of God. I see the glory of God in all and in every person on this planet. I see the glory of God where there's turmoil, where there's war, where there's separation, where there's lack and limitation. I see the presence of God right there. And I call it forth. I call forth that presence in all those who may be in turmoil, maybe in pain, maybe suffering in some way. I call forth the light that is within them and see the change that can move through their lives. I bless this planet. I bless all those who live on it. I bless all life. So grateful for my understanding and my awareness of God living through and as me. So grateful for life, for love, for peace, for understanding, for clarity, for my guidance, for your guidance. I know that this word has power. It cannot come back void. It must fulfill itself. So I invite you in this moment to just think of one area of your life that you want to know more God of. It's one area in your life. And now see that area in your life as the alchemy of you changing, revealing the truth that is within that experience, revealing the love that is in that experience, revealing the expansion that's taking place because you now have a clear understanding, an idea of what that thing was that came up for you. And just bless it.
Mm-hmm.
Just bless it and give it thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And know the truth that sets you free is you are a child of God, made in its likeness and image, perfect, whole, and complete. And for this, I give thanks, eternally grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, life.
Mm-hmm.
And in this sense of absolute gratitude, I can now release the word into the law, into the love. And together we say, and so it is.
Amen, Amen, Aho, Ashe, and woo-hoo.
So now, if you'd bring our musicians up, there we go.
And take us away. thank you so much. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
I know. Come back.
Yeah. So this basket represents the eternal law of circulation. As you give, you receive. So we're open to receiving your gifts of love and thanksgiving just by giving a gift. So you're going to explain.
So it's on the screen. You can go to cslnorthmetro.org. You can use a credit card, PayPal. There's a Venmo code on the screen, but there's also one on our website. And so if you're a person that does checks, our address is right there too. So whatever you give, we're grateful for.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
So if you would hold your palms up and aim it at your screen, or if you're in the room at this basket, and just repeat after me. Dear Spirit, I thank you for this opportunity to give.
Dear Spirit, I thank you for this opportunity to give.
I give freely from the love of my heart,
I give freely from the love of my heart,
knowing it goes out and blesses the planet
knowing it goes out and blesses the planet
and returns to me
and returns to me
multiplied.
multiplied.
For this and so much more,
For this and so much more,
I give thanks and let it be.
thanks and let it be.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So we have one more song from the fabulous Barbara and Salo.
Thank you for that intro. And thank you for today. And, you know, prayer, if you only have one prayer, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the prayer is about me.
Mm-hmm.
So here is a traditional song called Standing in the Need of Prayer. Not my mama, not my daddy, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the deacon, not the preacher, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not the teacher, not the elder, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my mama, not my daddy, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Not my brother, not my sister, but it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer.
Yay.
Thank you, Bob and Sal.
Oh, thank
Appreciate-
you. Yay, what fun.
And there's our producer and our reader joining us and giving thanks for the celebration. So what? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So Reverend Kathy, thank you for learning all of the nuances of how we feel about this and moving into a whole new StreamYard this week. Thank you. That was a lot.
You're welcome. Spirit is flowing, and sometimes spirit stumbles, but we get up again and we're
That's
doing
right.
good. Yes, oh, it's an honor.
So
Does anybody else have something they want to share before we give the Zoom information out? You're muted.
you're muted.
When
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So-
I just want to say thank you, all music producers, reverends, listeners, anybody in the room. I mean, this service and this teaching has made a profound difference in my life. And some of the things that are going to stay with me are don't be what other people want you to be. And it's me, oh God, standing in the need of prayer. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are you coming down and joining us?
I was going to do it on Zoom because of
Okay.
our schedules.
Okay, well, we'll see you all then.
Okay.
Praise out.
Yeah. Let's join one more time in that heavenly body we call oneness and just bless this time together, giving thanks for all that we've received and giving thanks for all that we give. I know that this week is a week of revelations, inspiration, joy, freedom, clarity for each and every one of you as you make your individual paths down to next Sunday. I know this week is a blessing, and you bring that blessing to this planet and to all who you think about, all who are in your life, all who may be strangers. Carry this word with you, that each one of you are sacred, holy centers of absolute truth, and you're so needed in this world. So I give thanks for each life that has joined us today. In this absolute sense of gratitude, knowing that the word is complete and fulfilling itself in all our experiences, I let go, I let God. And together we say,
And so it
and
is.
so it is.
So it is.
Okay. Blessings, everyone.
See you on Zoom.